Hey there. Let's talk about something that might be holding you back right now. We're going to dive into that invisible force called fear, unpack why we sometimes hide our potential, and most importantly, find the courage to finally be seen. Let's get into it. So let's just jump right in with a big one. Seriously, take a second and think about this. Are you hiding your real power? Is there a stronger, more brilliant version of you that you're kind of keeping under wraps? This is the core question we're going to explore together. All right, so our first section is all about what we're calling the hidden self. And really, it just boils down to a simple question. Are you playing smaller than you actually are? It's about getting real with ourselves and seeing if we're truly showing up. Okay, let's bring this right into the here and now. I'm not talking about your whole life or even last week. I mean just today. Think about that meeting you were in or that conversation you had. Did you hold back? Did you kind of shrink when you know you could have stepped up? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's just about noticing. And if you did hold back, the next question is, why? What is it that actually stops you from showing up as your full self? Is it that fear of what people will think? Fear of messing up? Fear isn't just a roadblock. It's actually a compass. It points directly to what you care about. And once you name it, you can start to use its energy instead of letting it use you. When you put it like this, it seems kind of obvious, doesn't it? On one hand, you have this incredible potential to shine. On the other, you've got this choice to stay small. It really makes you question that instinct to hide. Because why would you? Okay, so we've established that we sometimes play small, but so what? What's the real big deal? Well, in this next section, we're going to get into the price of fear. Because let's be honest, letting fear drive the car is never, ever a free ride. There's always a cost. I want you to really visualize this for a second. If nothing changes, if you keep holding back, what does your life look like in 5 years, 10 years? What amazing opportunities just vanish? What ideas never see the light of day? That path of staying hidden actually leads somewhere, and you've got to know where it's headed. And this really boils it down, doesn't it? It's a choice. You've got two paths. The path of fear, that leads to a stolen future, to silence, to staying small. But then you look at the other path, the path of growth. That one leads to success, to making an impact, and to becoming your true self. Seeing it side by side like this makes the stakes crystal clear. Let's really lean into this phrase, a stolen future. Fear isn't just some passive feeling that happens to you. No, it's an active thief. It is actively trying to rob you of the life you're meant to live. So the real question is, are you going to let it? And how about silence? We always think success is about the big moves we make. But what about the moves we don't make? That moment you don't speak up, when you don't share your idea. That silence becomes a very real wall between you and your own success. Okay, so that was a little heavy, I know. We've talked about the problem, we've looked at the cost, but now for the good part. Let's pivot to the solution. This section is all about taking action. It's about the courage to start and realizing it's not some superpower, it's just a choice. This right here, this is everything. We have to completely change how we think about courage. It is not about being fearless. That's a myth. Fear is normal. It's part of being human. Courage is feeling that knot in your stomach and moving forward anyway. It's deciding your action is more important than your fear. So how do we actually do it? It is literally this simple, a two-step process. Seriously, first, you just acknowledge the fear. Don't fight it. Just say, okay, yep, you're here. I see you. Then, step 2, take one tiny step. Send that one email. Write that one sentence. That's it. You're not trying to conquer the world. You're just trying to begin. Can they? Absolutely 100% yes. Think about it. Every huge company, every massive achievement, every world's-changing idea started with a single, small, probably terrifying step. And then another. You don't need a giant leap. You just need to start walking. And all of this leads us right here to our final section. Your moment is now. We've looked at the problem, we've counted the cost, and we've found the way forward. This is where we bring it all home and answer that call to finally be seen. Let's shift our focus for a second. Forget about your fear of failing. Let's think about your potential for impact. That idea you're sitting on, that project you keep putting off, what if it's not just about you? What if it's the very thing someone else needs to hear? What if it could actually change lives? Suddenly the stakes are so much bigger than just your comfort zone. This is such a powerful way to think about it.
Hiding is passive. Leading is active. And hey, leading doesn't mean you need a fancy title or corner office. It just means having an influence. It means setting an example. When you choose to be seen, you're choosing to lead. In the end, it all comes down to this. Visibility isn't something that happens to you, it's a choice you make. It's a decision. So, after everything we've talked about, the cost of hiding, the power of one small step, are you ready? Are you ready to step into the light and own it?
And so we're going to end right here, not with a statement, but with one last question for you to carry with you. We're always waiting for that perfect time to start, aren't we? But that time never really comes. So, what if this is it? What if today is the day you take that first small step? What if your start is now?